Hello and welcome to the program here. Exclusively you are going to see, of course, the other day, which of course we were able to do this, of course, at that present time, because of course social distancing by the government wasn't in place by then. So basically, of course, first of all, thank you very much for watching wherever you are watching. My name's Nick C, just in case you're just wondering. Here I'm actually recording from the date of Tuesday the 24th of March 2020. It is 27 minutes past 1, 13:27 in 24-hour clock mode. That's from my time. Your time might be obviously different because it's highlights, that kind of thing. But yeah, going back to the other days where we were able to go as two to go around the sort of area that we live in, because that's what we currently, due to the coronavirus kind of situation, outbreak, whatever you like to call it, COVID-19, and due to that we were at that point able to go as two. But now the rule has changed according to the government of yesterday. Of course, Boris Johnson said yesterday that of course we are only to take one exercise and one probably shopping, or you only go shopping if it's necessary, and medical requirements. Those are the three things that he came up with in rules in terms of that kind of thing. So of course, to introduce you to the other day where we were able to stick together, and of course I went along with Julien the other day, and this was not today. As of today, we'll be doing a solo kind of exercise, and it will be only allowed once a day, just to keep fit. So yeah, as it's a nice day, we're going to make the most of it. But of course, on this particular day, we won't film it, but of course what we'll do is try and test how long it takes us to do our exercise, just our individual exercise, basically. So one exercise a day as of now, because of course we're half on lockdown at this present time, here in this time that we're all facing, well, have been facing in 2020. So yeah, this is me speaking in 2020, and of course thank you very much for watching this video. First up is of course myself doing my sort of solo walk. Although we did do it solo, I did come with Julien the other day, and of course the law wasn't in place on that particular moment. So yeah, this particular film is put together so it's at separate sort of times, but of course on one occasion I had to film Julien because of course he wasn't able to do it and he didn't know how to use the camera. But of course that was the other day before the laws were actually in place. So yeah, to mark that, we'll go to that special show where of course you'll find out whether I won the competition of course completing it, and of course how quickly I was able to do that kind of thing. But what we did is we were filming on that particular occasion just to prove that point. It was my fact in the first place, and the fact was that of course when you're using your camera, of course it takes longer to do an exercise than you would be without a camera. So it's a kind of scenario where it's an obvious kind of, well, let's say, fact. And of course to prove that we had to carry out this experiment. From my time here I'm starting from is 3:31, 15:31 in 24-hour clock mode. Time starts now. See how long it takes me to walk where I'm going to walk. Well, basically we're all testing each other to see how long it actually takes. Having just walked through the estate of Shannon Close, I end up where this lovely green land is where we used to play tennis and use the cones in the middle of the path, strangely enough, and we used to play football, strangely enough. And the other odd thing that you can see very vaguely is my shadow. Maybe I'm casting a shadow. I actually asked Liver Bacon, which is my occasional co-host on the live streams, where he was thinking of going on his walk.
Probably up there, and I'm not coming back again.
On this particular note, I think I've got an inklings of where he's actually heading.
Over there is the tunnel called a subway. It's not called a sub-off or whatever you call it. It's around the corner. If you were supposed to go under the tunnel and through to J Close. I actually meant subway.
I think Liver Bacon was actually feeling that he was walking down a dark alley.
It's like walking down a dark alley or dark fence in between.
Has anyone thought how long Julien is taking so far?
As you can see, there's lots of change since I was a child. And there's a small park over to the left-hand side, to the right, behind me.
Looks like Julien's coming up to the 8-minute mark. Well, by then it was coming up to 8 minutes into my walk. Stop and start, of course. But yeah, I'm at the top of the hill now. You can see the lovely view from the top. And of course, it's a mixture of sunny and, as I expected, very windy as well. During this coronavirus sort of outbreak, COVID-19, we're going to miss this lovely, beautiful sort of landscape here, and it is a lovely walk if you ever are to go to this place in the future.
Now going to the exit to find the exit, which is that way.
I can safely say that we are at the back of the estate of the Willsey, and we are looking for the exit, as of course Liver Bacon said, and we eventually tried to find it. And let's see if we can find it. I don't think anybody found it that difficult to find the exit that leads onto the track. Going to head off towards the other way now and eventually go around the other side of the actual block, then come around the other side and back home. Sounds like a good 20-minute walk for me, especially for my second exercise. Amazingly enough, these kind of exercises are really, really good, and I'm going to miss going up these sort of areas because I tell you what, because of the corona outbreak, it's going to be more difficult to do this kind of thing for the time being until we get out of the outbreak. But of course, like I say, to come up these areas that I've actually never been to for quite some time is quite amazing. I'm sure Liver Bacon, otherwise known as Julien Close, will actually agree with me. Well, here amongst the end of this kind of programme for now, just to add my total up on the last time now. Well, looking at the clock, I would say 38 minutes and 7 seconds that I took today. A little bit more than usual, but I probably expected that because of the longer journey that I took. More longer than it was yesterday, for example. We are now recapping some of the best pictures that we took along our journey of both of our walks. Just remind yourselves of the wonderful countryside that we do have in the UK.
20 or 2 minutes or so, we're heading up to
I think it was either 20 or 22 minutes we were going for at that particular point. That's what I think Liver Bacon was saying. Fun going backwards, because you never know what you're going to walk into. Probably a lamppost. I've been pretty much the camera for the remainder of Julian's walk here. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for watching. It'd be my fact that, of course, when we're not holding the camera for long periods of time, when we do our own walking, it actually takes a lot less time than it does when we're filming. I think that's pretty much obvious, but of course, to test that out, we would need to do the walking, and you need 2 people to do this experiment.
I hope you enjoyed our walk around the corner in Haverhill. Well, hopefully you have, but I'm sure there'll be a few edits in this film. So, hope you enjoyed yourself, and it's goodbye from us.
I bet you're glad it's over. For that.
For now.
For your exercise, I'm talking about.
Yes. Thank you.
And we'll be extra glad when the outbreak is over as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers now.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching so far. These are the current results between Nick and Julien to complete their tasks. And it's now time to basically count up all the total here. Looks like Nick's actually gone in first place on this particular note. And he has a score of 17 minutes and 20 seconds next time, and he has now scored 2 points. So, yeah, we're about to find out what Julien had, so we'll find out. Actually, it's here now. And Julien's time and has scored 1 point due to the cutting corners that he experienced. Of course, he's got to complete the actual course that we originally done, and of course his finish time was 21 minutes and 32 seconds and 8 milliseconds, I believe on that particular note. So thank you very much for watching that, and thank you for watching the clips that we have done recently. Oh yes, and by the way, Julien is otherwise known as the co-host of the live streams, or occasional live streams, of Liver Bacon.